Oba Femi got Jade Cargilled at the very start of NXT this week. Slammed straight on top of the car by the upstart from LFG, Jasper Troys. I thought this was great to start NXT in this way. It captivated you for the main event. Would Oba Femi lose because he was already severely banged up? Unbelievably, the ring would break as Jasper threw Oba Femi into the corner. The second rope would just snap right into Oba Femi. And of course, we go to commercial break. The referees would be out there very quickly to fix it. I'm sure that was a planned spot, but to be fair, you just never know. Genuinely such a hard-hitting match. Both men trying to hurt each other and destroy the NXT arena by the looks of things. But let's talk about it. It was ruined by one moment right towards the end of the match. As Oba went for the pinfall, the referee said Jasper's shoulder was up. It clearly was not up. This felt like a very natural end to the match as well, and it was also a bit weird because we immediately did one more move and then Oba Femi would win anyway. I'm sure this was a referee messing up moment. Jasper didn't kick out at all. The shoulder didn't even move. So the fact that we went into one move and Oba won it, I'm sure that was the planned spot. But you know what? If there's a mistake in the ring, the referee should have just called it. I don't know why we didn't. It definitely did take the air out of what was otherwise a very good main event. This is things you might have missed from WWE's NXT. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. After he won his Fatal 4-Way at Worlds Collide, Ethan Page was in the first match tonight, defending his NA title again, this time against Evolve's Shawn Legacy. Great showing for Shawn Legacy tonight. But of course, he would come up short. Ethan Page picking up the win. While Ethan was celebrating that, though, his old rival, Ricky Saints, would return to NXT, attacking Ethan. Ricky Saints chasing down Ethan Page. Commentary making it very clear that they don't think Ricky Saints is even cleared, but he's here and he's attacking Ethan Page. Later on, Ava would actually send Ricky Saints home, saying he's not medically cleared. You can see that patch there on his neck. And he couldn't even speak to Ava. Obviously, he wants Ethan Page, but Ava's saying he can only come back now when he's medically cleared. Here is Shawn Michaels with Mr Iguanas Lieska, the puppet of Mr Iguana. Honestly, of all things I thought I'd see today, this was not one of them. But of course, Shawn Michaels welcomes stars from AAA backstage to NXT, and this photo was posted as a social media little video. So, had to include it because it's Shawn Michaels with a puppet, damn it. An ultimate shock from last week as the Glamour arrived. Formerly known as Mariah May, the AEW star, is now in NXT. And this week, we got a video package hyping up the Glamour. This was actually really cool. A great, 1950s presentation for formerly known as Mariah May. I see a lot of people saying, oh, she's just ripping off Timeless Toni Storm. I personally don't see that. I see this as something different from Mariah, but we'll see how it goes in the upcoming weeks. However, the purpose of all this wasn't just to see her in the bathtub, although I'm sure many of you were happy to do that. This was to reveal her new name, Blake Monroe. So let me know in the comments below, do you like the new name for Mariah May, Blake Monroe? Do you think it's good? Do you think it could have been better? We did find out from social media sleuths, by the way, that she does have a niece called Blake, so that might be one of the reasons to actually change the name to Blake. It could also simply be just a fresh start, fresh name, with no expectation. Do you know what I mean? We heard from the Culling tonight, especially from Izzy Dame, after that very random moment last week, that she took out Brooks Jensen. She blamed Jensen for the fact that they lost. She blamed him for being too big for the group. He didn't take it seriously. And Shawn Spears would thank her for taking care of business that he didn't see. Well, the Culling were successful in their tag match tonight, defeating Inamura and Josh Briggs. But Izzy Dame once again instrumental in that victory. Are we starting to see Izzy Dame taking over the Culling? Lash Legend would defeat Wren Sinclair tonight. Very short match, but it was an okay match. Really didn't like Lash Legend's move to win it. She sort of just span around and just sat down. It was a very weird sort of ending. Also, Lash's theme song, not a fan of it. A lot of people online also saying the same thing. What do you think of Lash's new theme? Let me know in the comments down below. Jayne would defend the NXT Women's Championship tonight against the rookie Lainey Reid. Now, I thought they did a really good job to build this. Lainey backstage slapping Jacy Jayne, not once, but twice. And one of those was definitely to the neck, by the way. But that built up the reason why Jacy wants to match. We then got a video package for Lainey, someone who last week we had no idea who she was, so that was good. Jacy would pick up the win. Actually, a really good showcase for Lainey. There was moments in that match when I thought they could have put the belt on her, but then we got the big announcement from Ava, the GM herself, announcing that next week we're going to have 4 singles matches in the women's division. That will then lead to a fatal 4-way to crown a number 1 contender. And that number 1 contender will face Jacy for the NXT Women's title at Evolution. That's huge. Andre Chase is demanding that they go back to the classroom with Chase U and re-strategize. Honestly, not a bad shout after last week's decimation to Dark State. I want Chase U to succeed, I do. But I don't know about this incarnation. We'll see what they can pull together. TNA's First Class, AJ Francis and Casey Navarro was backstage tonight. And they actually made a claim that they want the NXT Tag Team Championship. So maybe a future match there for Hank and Tank, which actually I feel like we need. We haven't seen a lot of Hank and Tank recently. TNA's Elijah would come in though, and he was a bit angry because obviously First Class were the reason that Trick Williams retained the TNA title last week. Any reason to put more Elijah on my TV, I'm down for that. The stars of AAA that competed at Worlds Collide were shown in the NXT audience this week. Oh, honestly, man, the sensation that is Mr Iguana is just so cool. I am such an Iguana fan now, it's unbelievable. Charlie Dempsey would wish Miles Bourne well, and they just parted ways amicably tonight after last week Miles Bourne beat Charlie Dempsey and he can now leave the No Quarter Catch crew. Javon Evans, though, stirring the pot, and it looks like Tavion Heights wants an opportunity to face Charlie Dempsey and leave No Quarter Catch crew. What is this? Like, do people join No Quarter Catch crew and then evolve to the point you can beat Charlie Dempsey and then go off on your own? Is that what we're doing here? Should there be new members then? I don't know. It just seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Could Tony D'Angelo trust Luca Crucifino? Who was Luca on the phone to before their match is a big question, which we actually didn't get an answer to. But maybe you can use your imagination. Because during the tag match tonight, Stax would get involved, or at least try to. Tony D'Angelo would see to Stax, but then we got this moment with Luca with a crowbar behind Tony. Tony would catch him. Luca didn't attack the Don at all, but it was all about trust. And you could blatantly tell Tony does not trust Luca Crucifino. He doesn't know who to trust. And the problems within the family would lead to a huge upset win tonight, as High Rise would win the match. Tony D'Angelo taking the pinfall. A unique way, obviously, to postpone this. We still don't know really what side of the bread Luca Crucifino's butter is. We don't know. We don't know if he's with the Don or we don't know if he's with Stax. So it's interesting. And also, where's the Riz? We haven't seen her now for a long time. Somebody we'll be seeing next week, though, is Blake Monroe, as she will sign her new NXT contract next week on NXT. That's cool. Decent show this week. Let me know all your thoughts, your theories in the comments section down below like you always do. For me, a solid 7 out of 10. Like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, it is appreciated if you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We'll be back tomorrow for some WWE news. Peace!